Welcome to the In the Arena podcast. My name is Jared Miguez, a co-host on this podcast that brings you the inspiring stories of our clients who are leaders and innovators across different industries in Southeast Louisiana. They are visionary entrepreneurs, savvy real estate professionals, media creators, military business owners, and community champions. And we are going to showcase the remarkable achievements and share their personal stories. Tune in for insightful conversations, valuable lessons, and motivational stories that are going to reveal their secrets to success and offer you insights to help you on your own path. Welcome to In the Arena podcast.
Said it like literally like feeling free, and that's what I felt too, like just being able to have that freedom to be more there for my kids, to be there for my family, and just like do kind of like being on my own and doing what I want to do and what I really love and enjoy. Like that has made a huge difference, and like just me and my life and my kids' lives, and just being there more. That's really is freedom.
So today we have a very special guest, Nance. Probably doesn't like when I call her Nance.
No, I actually love that.
Oh, okay. We have
love
Nance Miller, Nance Valerie Miller, right?
Yes.
Photographer, awesome person.
Thank you.
And we have
Malor
here with us today on the wedge.
I'm here with him every day on the wedge.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm the wedge, you're like the blue cheese.
Yeah, I'm just a little
A
flavor.
little flavor.
Blue cheese. I don't like blue cheese.
I was just about to ask. That's sad.
I don't.
What don't you like about blue cheese?
I don't know. It's so
I
weird.
just started liking it, maybe in the last like 2 or 3 years, and only with certain things. But I do like it on a salad.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it, but I can't just eat it.
No.
I could
He loves it. You love it?
like just like
No.
eat a like a block.
I mean, you know what blue cheese is?
It's mold.
It's mold.
All cheese is
yeah.
mold.
I know, but blue cheese is like so obviously
And it
mold.
has a different taste.
And it smells like
It's tangy.
mold.
Yeah.
But it is good on certain things.
Good. It's good for you, mold.
Sure, I guess, I suppose.
Like yogurt. Yogurt.
Yogurt is mold?
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
I
mold
don't,
in
I don't want to talk about
bacteria
this
that-
anymore.
There's bacteria, yes.
Yeah,
I don't
bacteria.
like
I knew
this
that.
conversation. Let's move away.
We won't talk about olives.
Oh.
Eller has a disdain for olives.
I don't like olives.
So, Val. I was mixing up Mallory and your Instagram
Val.
handle.
I like that too.
Val.
Val is cute.
So we met. When was the first time that we met? I was trying to go back to remember
Oh
that.
my gosh.
It was a shoot,
Yeah.
right? It wasn't. Or were you getting hair done from Bree?
I think I was
And that's
getting my
when I
hair.
met you.
Yeah. I think I was getting my hair done.
And then that was like what, four-ish years ago?
Yeah. It's been a
Or so?
while.
So how did you tell your story? How did you get started in photography?
So I mean, basically, I started when I was 16, in high school. So when I was growing up, my dad would always have a camera with him all the time. So like every time we would go on a trip or something, like he would always bring it. And at the time, it was like just film camera. So no digital. So let's just not talk about how old I am today. No, that's how I started. So then I took a photo class in high school, and then I just started taking pictures of my family and everything. And then I went to college, and then I kind of like stopped for a little bit. Then I picked it right back up when I was like, I think it was in 06, 08, something like that. But I was just like doing it for fun because I was always interested in that. But anyways, we moved here in 2014, and I was like, I think I want to do this. And then I don't know, I feel like at the beginning I didn't know how to even get started with it. But I was like offering like little mini sessions to people just for free, just to like get more experience and just get the hang of it and like meet people around the area because I was new here. But then I feel like I wasn't getting like really the support that I wanted from the community. And then I got pregnant. So then I stopped for a little bit.
With your first or the
Second.
Okay.
With Luna. Yeah. And so then I stopped for a couple of years. Then in 2020, when COVID happened, I actually decided to go back to work. And so yeah, I went back to work as a dental assistant. and I worked for that at the office in Madisonville for about a year and a half. And then I was doing photography here and there, not much. And then I quit my job in the beginning of 2021 to go back to
Like
school.
right after COVID.
Yeah, to go back to school full time.
Oh, it's school.
Yeah,
full-time.
yeah.
For photography?
No, so I was like, dentistry has always been my thing.
Okay.
For the longest. That's all I've ever done besides photography. And then, so I was like, I want to become a dental hygienist. So I went back to school full time in the beginning of 2021. And then my husband was like, why don't you just do photography and see what happens, like while you're in school? And I'm like, yeah, I should do that. But I was very discouraged. So I was like really scared and skeptical to get back out there. And then he showed up with a brand new camera. I was like,
Oh,
you're
that's
so
cool.
sweet. I know. So I was really excited to get my hands on that. And then, so yeah, I was in school. Then I started offering like mini sessions again. And I felt like 6 months after that, it just kind of like blew up on me.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually signed up to do a style shoot for like a wedding style shoot. And because I've always wanted to do weddings. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. It was an investment because those are expensive. And I didn't really have the money for it because I had just started. But I was like, I need to do this and put myself out there if I really want to go for it. So I did. And that was probably it for me after that. Yeah. But I was still in school full time this whole time. So I literally just quit school like last semester.
So you're not gonna finish school.
I'm not going
so
back
you're
to
like
school now.
photography.
I'm committed to it.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So
Wow.
When did so it was a magazine? Is that what you paid for a?
it was a style shoot. They did it at the Southern Hotel.
Okay, so
where
like
they have like a whole bunch of photographers that come in to just shoot it was like a whole wedding setup.
okay.
So it's a style shoot.
So and then you pay, but that's how you can like show
Right.
your style
Yeah.
kind of thing. Okay, that's cool.
Like a wedding setup type of
I
thing.
gotcha.
Then we had like models that were dressed like they were getting married.
Sure.
So that's what the
And that was in what, like 20?
That was in 2021.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Spring of 2021. Yeah.
Cool.
How sweet for your husband to be like, no, I believe in you.
I know.
And
He has always been so supportive, and yeah, so I'm grateful for that.
That's so cool. What does he do?
So he works for Covington Police Department.
Oh wow, amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Very
yes.
different careers.
And we are
it's so
so
different.
different too. We're like, I'm like, let's go do this. I'm like, let's go hang out. And he's like, I just want to stay home and drink my beer.
Just
Sit on the
hang out,
couch
yeah.
and drink my beer. So yeah,
That's so funny.
we're so
Rightfully
yeah,
so. I mean, being a cop's probably like, you probably after the end of the day, you're like, I
Yeah.
need to chill.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool. So before I forget, since you like dentistry, what's your favorite like tooth
Stuff.
type? like what's your
Ooh,
layout?
I'm into this.
Yeah, like what's your like?
You have great teeth.
You do have great teeth, but like what's the on other people? Like maybe
Thank
not on
you.
yourself, but like what's your ideal like tooth layout? You know what I mean?
I guess I never thought about that, but
But
I
you
do.
gotta have one.
I do look at people's teeth, and it's funny because it's like the first thing you see, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it's different because I've been
You
in
know,
the
too.
field.
You're like-
I was in the field
you're
for so
inspecting.
long, yeah. And so, like, I'm like, oh, this is what's going on in their teeth. Like when I look at people's teeth, or I'm like, wow, like those are nice teeth. So yeah, no,
Oh my
it's
god.
always in my head.
Like
I am a huge teeth
Yeah.
because I had so much work done on my teeth, and my teeth were like the bane of my existence for so long that now when I see teeth, I'm like, all right, he's good.
Yeah.
It's like all right.
But
So you
anyway.
like what's a good indicator
yeah.
of a good?
How do you know if
of a
someone
good-
takes care of their teeth?
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious.
Can you just
right? I
tell?
mean, look at both of y'all. Like, you have great teeth.
Can you tell which one of my teeth is fake?
No, I can't.
Good.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's
Impressive.
it's the discolored one.
Oh, okay.
They told me when I got it that they're like, you're not gonna be able to whiten
What
your teeth.
happened?
I'd never had a tooth here. I had a baby tooth and I didn't have a grown up tooth,
Oh,
so they had to put an
okay.
implant in.
But
But I like didn't realize that they couldn't like whiten my smile after.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like,
no.
and I didn't realize they did not
Because it's
explain
like a
this to me
certain
th-
surface that just can't
it's
stain.
porcelain,
It's
and
porcelain. It doesn't change.
stain.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't
So
change
I like
color.
got it done, and I was like, finally, my teeth. Because I never got my teeth whitened. Because I was like, one day I'm gonna get my teeth really fixed, and then I'll whiten my smile, and I'll have like white, straight, like good teeth.
Sure.
And then they put it in, and they matched it to the color my teeth were, and then I went and got my teeth whitened, and now it's like. To me, I'm like, it's so
like,
obvious.
sure.
People, I'm sure, don't really notice it, but I'm like, it's yellow, and my other teeth aren't that yellow. But one day I'm gonna fix it. I don't care.
You'll figure it out.
I'm gonna drop some money on these teeth again one day. I'm like,
It's so expensive.
it's so expensive.
So
Anyway, I'm sorry to
expensive.
steal the combo.
No, you're good.
But teeth are important.
Teeth are important.
Very,
So
yeah.
was it kind of hard to like leave something because you love dentistry, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
what was and I kind of feel like I remember maybe it was like 2 years ago or a year.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about you were thinking. It had to have been around that time where you were thinking about if you wanted to do school or not, or you may have been already in school.
Yeah, I mean, I was in school this whole time up until last semester.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
so you officially this is relatively recent where you're like we're hamming out, we're going all for
Yeah,
it.
I had to really sit down and make a decision because, I mean, I feel like I started something, in school and all this time invested in that. And then I'm like, I'm just going to quit. But at the same time, I'm going for what I really think I'm meant to do. So, and this is my passion, like photography. And I feel like it's always been there, so, and to finally do it, I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
No regrets for quitting school.
Yeah, I quit school. It was great.
Yeah.
Greatest decision I ever made.
School is not for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I will say.
Definitely not a lot of creative types,
No,
for sure.
not at all. I feel like no.
Yeah. And also, I was just like thinking, I'm like, man, my husband's going to be disappointed. I mean, I have a 16-year-old, so I was like, what is she going to think that her mom is quitting school? So I had all these things in my mind. But I was just like, then I sat down with Brett and we talked about it. And like I said, he's always been so supportive. So he's like, if this is what you want to do, then just do it. So,
That's great.
yeah.
That's so
Good
great.
hubby. Shout out Brett.
It is so true.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people who are in creative fields, if they're not with someone who is also creative, as I think sometimes it can be a kind of a block of like, are they gonna get it, or like, are they gonna have the, are they gonna be able to understand like this isn't just about work for me.
Yeah.
It's about like passion
Right,
and like my
exactly.
dream and like,
Yes.
are they gonna get it? Because a lot of people don't think that way. They think like I have to make money, I need a good job with health insurance, all these things, and it's like but sometimes it's not like that for people with creative type brains. It's like it's not about that for you.
Yeah.
So,
It's a lot of
That's really
figure it
cool.
out later.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like those big corporate jobs. It's like the job's secure, and if you love it, that's great. But if the job is like really good and you don't love it, then you're kind of after subconsciously just like I'm doing this because I'm doing this,
Yeah.
and then I
Right.
have this. With like creative fields, a lot of it is like I'm fulfilling the passion part, and then now how do I live off of it?
Right.
And it's
Not only
opposite,
that,
you
but
know?
it takes so much. Like, I mean, I had no idea. I feel like I went into this like not knowing all the behind the scenes stuff that we have to do, like becoming legal and like doing the
Yeah.
right things and like having your website and then keeping up with your software and like all these things and your camera and your gear and you need all these things and it's not just like taking pictures. It takes
yeah.
so much more than that. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I love it. So
It's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big step for sure.
Yes.
But if it's scary, that's good.
Right, exactly.
Like
exactly.
it should be scary. Like, is this what I want to do?
Yeah.
So you're big on weddings, and you don't do events. I found that out recently because we're building our own. Like, I'm trying to take not photos. Any photos I take, I want them to be like for fun, like how I
Yeah.
got started. But like we'll have clients like we're doing a shoot and they're like, oh, just snap a couple pictures, and I'm like,
Yeah, no.
I hate editing photos. unless it's some like on a Sunday with like I take a cute picture of my kid or something like
Right.
that. All day I'll do it.
Yeah.
So we're building like referrals to where if we have a brand shoot, we're like, don't use us, use Nance, that whole thing. But I asked you if you did events. Weddings were always kind of the focus, right? But then brands were a little bit newer.
Yeah. So I think I started that in the beginning of last year, I think.
Branding?
Yeah, branding
Okay.
shoots. Yeah. I had people contacting me about doing headshots. And then I did, and I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
so boring. Like you just sit there like smile. Like what do you do? There's nothing else other than that.
Yeah, it's very standard.
I was uncomfortable doing it, and I was
Really?
like, yes, because I like use some to post and look at the camera, and that's it, and that was
Right.
the end of it. There was nothing. So then I was like, I need to do more than just headshots, and then I started doing branding shoots, and that's so fun. Like, because you get to know them more. Like, you get to know the business and what they're about, and then doing more than just headshots. So those are a lot of fun, and I love that because I get to meet other business owners and what they're doing and how they started, and
Yeah.
where they're going with their branding shoe and all that. So I truly enjoy doing those too. So.
It's fun to hear what people are like interested in. I feel like I've met so many photographers who are like, I started with weddings and now I'm like not in weddings anymore. I'm in this and
Me.
and I don't like doing weddings, you know.
Wait, you did weddings?
Oh yeah, that's what,
I
yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah.
But then there's some people who are like you, where you're like, oh, I love doing weddings. Like, what makes you want to choose that over another type of shoot? Like, why do you love shooting weddings so much?
I just feel like it's more kind of like in the moment. Like you capture really like true moments that you can't go back and redo them. You can't be like, hey, can you like do that again?
Yeah.
No, you just have to be there and enjoy it and just like capture it as it goes. Like, yeah. So for me, like my style of photography is more kind of like in the moment.
Okay.
I don't
Like
do
more
a lot of,
candid and-
yes. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So I don't do like a whole lot of posting. So if you like see my page, it's always like people just being in the moment. And that's what I love about weddings because it's not a lot of posing or anything. So I enjoy it, and I love like being able to connect like with a couple and getting to know their love story. So
Yeah.
it's
To
fun.
watch them make out and stuff,
Yeah, I get to see that too.
You're like,
I know. I had
Yeah.
like a wedding where like this couple which I love. They were so into each other, and I was
you had to
like,
be like, hey,
guys, I'm still here.
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah, like. Okay, hello. I love that for you, but
Just
yeah,
all of a sudden turn into
let's
a
keep
boudoir.
going.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing? Yeah, it's just we'll give you an extra $300 bucks.
Yeah.
Just
Do you want me to walk out? Be right back.
Yeah. I will say though that with weddings, I do like that aspect.
Yes.
Of like even like filming weddings, I do like the romance nature of it. Like it's very pretty and it's like
Yeah.
I'm married, so it reminds me like when I got married and like that for sure. I think the hard part for me was I had a couple. It was like a few brides that there were some uncontrollables that happened that were so outside of my control, and like I'm not gonna say names, but
names.
the sister got too drunk and like was not there for the reception.
Oh.
Mom was taking care of her because she was yakking everywhere. She gets the video. She's like, I love it, but where's my sister? I was like, you know where she was. She was yakking.
Not there.
Physically not there. And she was like, well, I just wanted to get more of her in there. And I was like,
What am I
can't.
supposed to do?
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what you want me to do. It was
Yeah.
just like a really, it was just a whole thing. But yeah, the romance part of it and like getting to know them and getting those moments is like, it's addictive for sure.
Yes.
Because
No.
when you get it, you're like, oh my God.
I know.
Like, that's the one.
Yes. But and a lot of people would ask me, they're like, don't you feel pressure? Because that's the type of thing where like you can't go back and redo, which
Right.
there is a lot of pressure, but at the same time, like I just try not to think about it. I just like go with the flow and I just like, because for me, like we both have, I want them to be like enjoy, like I want the couple to enjoy the day and like be stress free, but I also want that for me too. So,
Yeah.
I just like go with the flow, even though we have like a timeline of the day. I feel like 90% of the time doesn't even go the way we're planning on going with it.
Never
but
does.
It never
Never
does.
does.
Timeline
Yeah,
never, no.
never does.
But I mean, I like it.
Yeah,
I love that. Yes. So.
that's cool. It's like our shoot for Friday. Like we think we're gonna be ahead, but who knows?
You always think you're gonna know, but it's so good to even have. It's almost good to live in that la la land type
Yeah.
of state because you're like, I have my plan and I know what I need.
Yeah.
And if everything else goes haywire and it goes off the rails, at least like I don't know. If somehow it feels
No, you fly by the seam of your jeans.
Yeah,
you
it's
have a
like-
plan. You're wearing the jeans, but the buttons may be off. You don't have a belt,
Right.
but you know.
it's like you kind of have to be a little delulu to like be, because you just I don't know. You have to be a little bit just
Yeah.
ready for
Yeah,
Well,
for
it's
anything.
it's adaptable.
Seriously, anything. Yeah.
Yeah, like especially for weddings, like people don't show up on when they're
On
supposed to, so
time.
you deal
Yeah.
with that. So
no,
you're just
yeah.
kind of like,
I
all
mean,
right.
sometimes I become the coordinator, the makeup
Right.
artist, touch up,
Yeah.
fixing your hair. Like, you do all these things, but that's what
part of
I
it.
love. And, yeah. So I enjoy what I do.
That's awesome. What's your how would you pinpoint your style within like weddings and branding? Like what's your or what do you want to do more of in a style? You know what I mean?
So, I mean, I see it more, mine is like kind of like moody, timeless type of style that I do. But, for branding, it's a little bit different because like you want to kind of show their business in that. Like the style of like editing, it's not the same with
Sure.
weddings. So, yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there. But, I mean, the way I approach is pretty much the same with everything. So, and I love getting to know people. Like I don't just like go in there and shoot. Like I feel like what sets me apart is like I love meeting my clients before I even do any type of shoot. So like I'm like, let's set up a meeting where like I meet you in person and get to know you, and like if you have a vision, like I want to know what you want out of this shoot, because I don't want to just show up and be like a complete stranger to my clients. So that's really important to me, to get to know them before we even have a shoot together.
That's awesome. That's cool. What is a story, if you're open to sharing, that doesn't
like a horror story.
yeah, like just a time where you're like maybe when you were
Okay.
first starting out and like you had something that you were a little bit nervous to do because it's like bigger than what you thought maybe, or like you were kind of stressed out about it, and then something happened and you're like, oh shit, what are we doing?
I mean, I wouldn't say nothing's, well, okay, so
Where's
I
the
was
wood?
really
Knock
I was
on the
really
wood.
nervous about my first wedding because I mean, I
Yeah.
just went for it.
You've never done it before. I would be
But
scared.
I was
Yeah.
like, if I'm scared, then this is good. This means growth, right?
Yeah.
So when you're scared of something, but I mean, recently, I think what happened, which was like, I never thought this was gonna happen to me.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes, where like literally, I did a branding shoot and I thought I had backed up my pictures. And all of a sudden, my SD card died on me. I couldn't get my pictures for some reason. Here I was, Jonah, can you do you know how to help me to fix this? Because I'm trying not to panic right now.
Yeah.
And then Jonah was like, wait, are you talking about your debit card or your credit card? And I'm like, no, an SD card. Like, I don't know what happened. I can't see my pictures and I can't find them on my hard drive.
My heart is racing right now.
Yes. Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, I never got my pictures back. And then I'm like, okay, I sat there for a few days and I'm like, how am I going to tell my client that I lost most of her pictures? Like, I can't get them back. But, that's, things happen
It happens.
and you learn from it and you just got to face it. And I was like, I'm going to have to do this. So
I'm so
I sent her a text, and then I talked to her, and thankfully she was so understanding.
That's good.
And she's like, don't worry. Like, she's like, no, but she was like, at least it's me and not a wedding. And I'm like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
no, that
yeah,
would
like you
be
could
a
redo
nightmare.
a brand shoot.
Right. No,
Ugh.
yeah, absolutely. But this is why, like, I always have 2 SD cards on my camera for weddings
That's
because
smart.
You never know.
Never
Especially
Oh,
now
so
that
you
I'm.
send like one card fills the second.
Yes.
You have it like yeah.
Yeah, I double.
That's smart.
But same. So because I'm like, what if it happens? Something happens to one, then I have my backup. So, but yeah,
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know
Does
what.
it ever happen to you?
Yeah, man.
I'm too new. I'm like, that'll never happen to
Yeah,
me.
I mean, I've
Yeah,
had a few.
I was like, how
yeah.
did this happen? Like, I'm like, what happened to the card?
Yeah, what happens?
So
Let's talk
I
about
even
it. Let's
took
break it down.
it. I
How does
sent
an
it
SD
out.
card? Like, what?
I know. I sent it out, and they said that apparently the card was damaged for some.
Yeah.
I don't know how that got damaged, and I couldn't get my pictures back.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my
there's so many
gosh.
things that can happen, but it's happened to me. Like, I've shot things, and for whatever reason, the data just wasn't there, and
Oh my god.
it can happen. Or like a while back, there was one of our cameras that if the camera died while you were recording, it would
would
not.
Save.
It wouldn't for
Oh,
whatever. I don't know
gosh.
why. Like.
It wasn't saving.
Well, we were shooting, the camera died, and it was like an hour interview, and the camera died, but it was still recording, and so I looked over, and it was one of those things, it was just me kind of thing, and like I was more like interviewing than like it was a
Right.
15-minute gap of me not looking over like that, and I look over, the screen's black, and I was like,
Oh god.
so like I took it out, and the data wasn't there. It was rough. We had to redo it,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah,
happens.
thank goodness that, it was a shoot where I could redo it. So I was grateful for that. But I mean, just like having to tell this news, it's not fun at all. Something that I hope I don't have to do again.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Don't want to.
It's not fun.
No, but I mean, I feel like it was kind of like out of my control. So that made me feel a little bit better.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I did all the right things. I just don't know what happened to,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah,
Like
you weren't
the worst.
fake
Right.
doing it, you know? You're all like, yeah, this girl thinks she's going to get a brain shoot.
Stop. Oh man. Okay.
How awful. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it was awful, but yeah,
It happens, man.
it does. Yeah.
So what's something that, like, you're in the community, I would argue, you're up there on the list of preferred,
Thank
I
you.
would think. And so even with that, like, you're very talented, even though there may be days where you're like, imposter syndrome kind of hits. If it does, I'm not sure if it does for you. It does for me. But what does it mean to you that, like, you're taking photos for people in the community for business owners? You know, like, do you feel connected to that? Like, you're kind of a part of their, like, story
Yeah.
a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying earlier, like I love that I get to know other business owners and what they're doing and how they started with, what their story is about. So that's one thing that I really love, that I get to know other business owners around here and I get to connect with them. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's cool. Kind of I always look at it like even creative marketing, I guess, is like, not weddings isn't really marketing, but like branding
Yeah.
for sure is.
Yeah.
And, you're kind of, it's just service. Like, we're helping people do what they can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like the skill set in making people happy and doing that. It's a
Right.
cool, like, it's a job, but it's also like, I always just look at it more like it's helping than anything.
Yes.
Like,
And
yeah,
I
there's
mean,
a payment, but like,
yeah.
I feel like we're helping more.
yes. I mean, the feedback, it's everything for me. Like when they tell me, like, you made me feel comfortable, like I feel so beautiful, like I never thought that I would look like this on a picture. Like, I mean, that means so much to me. So that's literally when I hear those words, I'm like, okay, I'm happy. So yeah, that's my goal, to always make them feel comfortable and then happy, that they're happy with when they see their pictures. So yeah,
It's the
that's
end
always
result.
fun. Yeah.
That's good.
But no, I've gotten a lot of support from the community, so it's been really cool. I feel like I know a lot more people now around here. So yeah, it's been great.
That's awesome. So with imposter syndrome, do you feel like you have that at times?
At times, yeah.
Why? When was the most recent time?
Maybe a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Recent?
Yes. Yeah.
What was it like? I'm just like woke up kind of feeling like, oh, I'm doing this today. Like, I don't know if I can do it. Or was it like when you were there and you're like, oh, geez, I can't.
Well, yeah, like when I was headed there, I was really nervous about the whole shoot, but I never really sweat. I was literally sweating. I was like, what is going on?
What was it about the shoot that made you feel like, oh gosh?
I guess it was more like who I was shooting for because I wanted to make sure it was amazing and
Tip top shape.
yeah, I was just like, the pressure was on, definitely.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I was really nervous. And I usually don't get nervous as much anymore. So, but yeah, I was really nervous that day.
It humbles you
Yes.
in a weird way.
Yeah.
You know, like you're capable, but like you always kind of remember, like, I'm still me.
Yeah.
You know, I still, like, I'm not
skills
perfect.
are
Right,
there.
no.
Yeah, the skills are there.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I feel like anytime I go somewhere where there's like photographers, I always think that they're the coolest person in the room and they know exactly what they are doing.
Yeah.
Like I always think that when I say, I'm like, oh, they are here. They are capturing the moment.
Yeah, they're like
I
the camera guy. Or
Well, they
camera
just
girl.
like, I feel like they just know. They know what's up. They know.
Yeah.
I don't ever feel like that about. I feel like more people feel like that, but I'm sure being behind the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I'm in this position more, I'm like,
Sure.
oh yeah, sure. I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I used to get, when I was on shoots, people would be like, oh, the camera guy. Like, I'd be like, fuck yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
You know? And now I'm like, just shut up, smile. Like, I need you to do
I
what
feel
you
like
need to do.
even for me, like I feel like I've grown just being in front of the camera because I mean, the first time I was ever in front of the camera was with Jonah. I was
Really?
like, yeah, because I was like, hey, can you do like a behind the scenes video for me? And then I watch it and I'm like, I was awful.
We made it was banger of a video.
I was like, oh my gosh,
I wanna
no, we need
see.
it.
She
We
did
need
great.
to redo this.
We'll
So
do another
we
one.
need to do another
2.0.
one. Yes.
Not V2. 2.0. It's good. I'll show it to you.
I want to see it,
We'll put it on the screen.
and I'll be at the next one. And it'll
Please.
be extra.
Yes.
Be extra fun.
I love that.
Extra.
No, I feel like I'm more comfortable, I would say. I'm not. I wasn't nervous coming in today. I was like, I'm excited to see you and meet you.
Yeah.
So I was excited.
Rocking it.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
And
rolling.
I always tell Jonah, I'm like, I enjoy working with him. It's always
Jonah's
fun.
the easiest person to
So
work with.
easy. I know.
He
I
just
know.
is.
I'm like, I just wish you could just come with me at every shoot.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Whenever I met you, when we did a shoot together, it was a good like chemistry filming.
Yeah.
Because we both have to get certain things. Mm-hmm. And it was natural where I was like, you were like, hey, let me, like when I was doing weddings, when the photographer would be like, let me know if I need to move.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like I can kind of push the boundary a little bit and like get there, but also respect, like I'll move
Yeah.
too.
Right.
You know? And that was like in the first like 5 minutes, you were like, hey,
know.
just let me know. And I was like, oh, we're in. And then we just like, we do that shuffle.
I know.
You know, like you're in and then, and then
Yes.
bouncing
No,
around.
super easy.
Yeah, it is fun to work together.
Yes.
We need to do more of it. We need, you know what, everybody, whoever's listening, this is launching in like a month.
Yeah. No
But
listeners
Yeah,
yet.
it will be a clip though. If you want the duo, the trio, really. 'Cause
Coming
Mallory
soon.
just keeps us doing what we're
Keep us
doing.
going.
She keeps it going.
Yeah.
Brand videos, brand shoots.
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Building
So,
out.
yeah, everybody, if you need a branding video, I'm going to bring Jonah with me. Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm in. So the interesting thing is I am also a little bit, I've gotten better. I'm like relatively good on camera for the most part. I do better if I have like a glass of whiskey,
Same.
generally.
What's
Which is
really
why we're
going
all-
on?
What's really going on?
Me too.
You need that
Thanks.
social lubricant,
You
man.
do.
I'm okay at it. I'm pretty good at it, but I do love a little.
You're like an actor and stuff.
I know, but
Oh.
it doesn't. It's still
Okay,
hard.
so it's
Yeah.
nothing.
It is hard. But like, even for me, I'm so comfortable being in front of it and then being behind it. Or like having, really, it's like nailing what you need to say can be hard, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I have to learn from my 16-year-old.
Right? Yeah.
She
She's
probably
filming
knows.
herself all day.
so
She knows everything.
She does all her like videos for school, like the editing and everything.
Oh, cool.
She does all the news for the for guys.
broadcast?
Yes, she's into that.
Man, that's
and
awesome.
she is so good in front, like talking in front of the camera. Like I have to show you some videos because
She nails it.
she's like, you look so good. Like so now, last summer she went to do a summer camp with Channel 13, and now she's doing it
Cool.
again
Oh, that's
this
cool.
year. So yeah, she's super good, and she looks up to you. So she's like,
Oh,
Mom,
that's cool.
yeah, she's like, next
We'll
time.
have her on the pod.
Yeah, we'll have her on the
she,
pod.
oh, she will love that.
She can be our summer intern.
oh my gosh,
She-
you
yeah,
will
that's
make
true.
her
She
actually
dreams
could.
come
Yeah.
true. Seriously,
Yeah, she could like
We teach her how to do
dump
clips.
cards and edit
Yeah.
footage and pull together clips.
she's
She'd
good.
learn a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
sure she probably already knows half
She
of that.
has to, yeah.
what do you? Yeah, no, she does. I know she always talks about her videos and everything she does at school, but
She's 16, so she'll be a senior next year?
she'll be a junior.
a junior, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she comes along with me a lot of for my wedding. She's my little content creator person.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's probably so good at that, just to get footage for you.
Yeah.
Like BTS.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
She
yeah.
probably is so proud of you.
Oh, I'm so proud of her. But yeah, she's
Well, I feel like it's just so cool to have, like, to have your
Yeah.
kid be like also doing the same kind of thing you're doing.
Yeah.
no,
that's
but
cool.
yeah, no. Every time she's like, "Mom, can you ask Jonah if I can shadow him one day?"
Absolutely.
So
oh
yeah.
my God, of
I need to keep
course.
that. I need to remember
No,
that
yeah.
that is what like she wants to do, and all the time we can do that. Where it makes me think it's interesting because like you hear moms, dads in corporate world thing, and now like in our age bracket in the creative world, and you like your kid's 16. They're seeing such a different side of like taking care of your family.
Yeah.
Like you bringing in income for your family that is so different than most of what kids grow up in.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking about my kid, like Lainey, when she's 15, it's like dad's like he's using cameras. He's not doing other stuff, and it's just an interesting thing for kids to see like a different viewpoint.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like I think the world's moving not how it used to be.
Right.
And it's cool that kids can grow up with parents that can have a different type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be a lot cooler.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
gonna
no,
be
she got
better
to.
than us.
Yeah.
I feel like she got to see her mom kind of like starting over, like with my career, in my mid-30s,
Right.
which was not easy to do that, but here we are. I did it, so just gotta keep on going and pushing. And I feel like I think I'm grateful that she's seen all this because I feel like it gives her like a different perspective of how things could go.
Yeah.
Like you want to do one thing or you think you're going to go for it, and then kind of life just takes you in a different direction. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, also just being okay with being like, hey, you can actually change your mind.
Yeah.
Like, it's
exactly.
okay. Like, you don't have to pick one thing and stick to it.
Yeah.
You can have a change of heart. You can say no. You can decide you want to do something else. You can move over here. You can do, like, I think it's really important. I feel like that in my own life. Like, I'm single. I don't have kids. Obviously, I'm not with anybody, but I'm about to be 29. I've changed my life course so many times trying to figure out what it is that really makes you come alive. And it's
Yeah.
like, even with you, where you did have a really awesome job that you enjoyed,
Yeah.
but you still were like, I have this passion that I can't get away from. And like,
Yeah.
what if I just decided to like fully go with it and do it?
Yeah.
Like, how would my life change? How would my kids' life change? Of just being able to just fully be free and live the life and do what you really want to do. Like, how incredible is it
Incredible.
to be able to show her that?
Yeah. No.
And just
absolutely.
anybody else in the community of like, oh yeah, when I was 35, I decided to quit and
Yeah.
do this thing. And like, you know what I mean?
No,
It's so
yeah.
cool.
And you said it like literally like feeling free, and that's what I felt too. Like just being able to have that freedom to be more there for my kids, to be there for my family, and just like do kind of like being on my own and doing what I want to do and what I really love and enjoy. Like that has made a huge difference, and like just me and my life and my kids' lives, and just being there more. That's really is freedom.
Yeah.
Not some
Truly.
schmuck telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's funny
Yeah.
because my
Ick.
my little one at Luna, she's 7. She's like,
I love that name. Sorry, that's just such a pretty
she
name.
on Sunday morning I was cooking breakfast, and she's like, "Mommy," because she wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese, and I was like, "Well, baby, I have to go to work," and she's like, "You're gonna go take pictures?" And I'm like, "Yes," and she's like, "Oh, why do you always take pictures?" And I was like, "Well, baby, that's my job." And she's like, "Okay, who's your boss?" I'm like, "I don't have a boss. That's me." And she goes, "Wow, Mommy, you're so lucky." I was
That's
like,
awesome.
I'm like, oh,
Make me tear up right now.
I know.
I'm close. I'm
I'm
close.
like-
Don't do it. Don't do it to me.
Well, it's just so
I know.
cool.
And then I like made me think, I'm like, I am lucky. I am so blessed that I get to do this on my own. Like, you know, so, and I love that she gets to see that too. And she's only 7. So, I mean, I enjoy
Smart
what I do.
kid.
I know.
Very
You
cool.
know?
I know.
We're all crying.
Please don't cry.
It's the
Stop.
champagne. We're all like,
It's the champagne.
Look, the
so
moment
inspirational, Nancy.
the moment I became a dad, the moment
Oh, I know.
I mean, like,
know.
that's crazy.
I know.
It's cool though, like, because your kids probably are you want to leave them something,
Right. Yeah.
and if you want to leave them something, and then like put the cherry on top and be like, it's what I love to do too, and I'm leaving them something. So
Yeah.
like, you know, your kids that's your legacy. That's what you want to instill certain things in, and if you're able to do it how you want to do it, it's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. I became real soft when I became a dad.
Uh,
I watched
yeah.
Moana when Lainey was like
Crying.
3 months, and at the end when like the water splits, I was like, and it had nothing to do with like being a dad or anything, but it was just oh my
Oh,
god.
Disney.
They get you really good.
Oh, they
Wait,
get
have
you.
you all seen
They're very
Coco?
emotional.
Oh, Coco's so
That gets
good.
me every
Oh.
time I
It's
watch that
so good.
movie.
So good.
So good.
Inside
yeah.
Out
Good one too. Yeah.
wrecks me.
Yeah,
Wrecks me. That one gets me good. Anyway,
it's awesome.
yeah.
Well, kid, it's 10:27.
It's 10:27.
You're gonna give us a shout out. Tell everybody where they can find you, and what you are available to do, and we'll do your little like Instagram handle in the description and all
Yeah.
that.
So you guys can find me on Instagram, Nancy Valerie Photography, or nancyvaleriephotography.com. Yeah, so I do branding shoots, weddings. I do families too, couples, engagements. So yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yay.
The wedge.
Thank you also for having me.
Absolutely.
It's so lovely.
Yeah,
to
I
talk to
We
know.
definitely. You're gonna come back again because I still have like.
I have like
all the
7
Oh, I
questions.
know.
questions.
I'm like, I can talk to
We
you
really
guys
could
here
have gone for
forever.
a long time.
Yeah.
But this was a really good episode.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.
Just really sweet and
Thank you.
so nice to meet.
I actually told Jonah it was on my vision board to be on a podcast this
Oh
year.
my goodness.
And here I am.
We're
Here
making
you are.
dreams come
Come
true.
true,
at
yeah.
The wedge.
The wedge.
wedge.
Bringing
I
people
love
together.
Please don't cry.
Minor tear.
All
All right.